So what we are witnessing right now is a massive bubble market. And this video that was released just a few hours ago from Elon Musk and Tesla is a representation and figurehead of that bubble market. So what is the bubble? The bubble is that all of these humanoid robots, this AI, this cryptocurrency, all this stuff is the future, bro. And you're all going to be rich. That's what they've been pitching in Saudi Arabia, as Elon Musk and Tesla are in the Middle East right now, along with Donald Trump saying, hey, everyone, let's buy robots, etc. Have a listen to what Elon Musk has to say about this stuff.
Who would not want their robot buddy? Everyone wants a robot buddy. It's just like, especially if it can take your dog for a walk, it could, mow the lawn, it could watch your kids. It could, it could teach your kids.
And so Elon Musk has been pitching this stuff for a long time. And last year, when he was pitching it back in September of last year, people were laughing at him. And he's gravely serious about this scam. He said it more than once. This is him talking about it yesterday in Saudi Arabia. Have a listen.
My prediction actually for humanoid robots is that ultimately there will be tens of billions. I think everyone will want to have their personal robot. You can think of it like as though you had your own personal C-3PO or R2-D2.
And why do people buy into this stuff? It's because the media pushes it, all his billionaire buddies push it. But just use your brains here, guys. Do you think we're all going to be able to buy 5 humanoid robots? That's what he's been saying. Oh, you're all going to have robot buddies. We're all going to buy 5 robots, right?
And I actually think humanoid robots will be the biggest product ever in history by far.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just wild because you can just say, well, every human is going to want one most likely, and some will want 2, and then there'll be all of industry in terms of providing products and services. So that you have to say, what's the ratio of humanoid robots to humans? My guess is it's at least 3 to 1, 4 to 1, maybe 5 to 1. So we're talking about 20, 30 billion humanoid robots.
He goes on, and the media is supporting this stuff, and you have to call this stuff out because this is our bubble market.
Tesla's also creating a humanoid robot, Optimus, which I think everyone is going to want. Because it'll be like, who wouldn't want their own personal R2-D2 C-3PO?
Yeah, who wouldn't want one? So this is what they're up to. Saudi Arabia wants to transform their economy from an oil-based economy. They want to turn it into AI, crypto, and humanoid robots. Trump is there making, quote, deals. They got the horses out, and it's funny when I first saw this footage, it just came out just a few hours ago. I'm like, this is basically Dune. If you guys know the movie Dune, it's all based on the spice must flow, and the Bene Gesserit are spreading these kind of rumors to get the religion going. It's a combination of cult, which is the Elon Musk fanboys and fangirls worship of money. It's this strange worship of tech, and the tech doesn't work. And ultimately, when is this bubble going to pop, right? I mean, yeah, I get it, guys. Saudi Arabia's got money. They got cool sword dances. I do like swords, don't get me wrong. But I have to call out a bubble when I see it, and I have very big concerns about our current economy and our culture that we're in right now. Have a listen to Fox News, though. They keep pushing this narrative of that it's all going to be the future and we're all going to make money.
You're basically saying, let's make money, let's not kill each other. And you're also trying to cut a deal with the Saudis and the Israelis.
Right. So their point of view is let's make money, let's not kill each other. Okay, great. And now how much money are we talking about to essentially contribute to the bubble or the mythos of Elon Musk? Well, 600 billion, but they're going to talk about more. Have a listen to more of Fox News.
Trump deals have gone since he got back to office in January. Today's actually seemed like it was pretty easy. He came in on Air Force One. He talked about how he thought that 600 billion was pretty good, but that he wanted $1 trillion. And then about 4 hours later, that is exactly what the Crown Prince pledged.
Now, if you heard that there, what he said was 600 billion, but then Trump's like, well, you got to say $1 trillion. And then MBS, right, over at Saudi Arabia is like, okay, I will pledge $1 trillion. Keyword is pledge. We're not actually giving the money. We're just pledging. Let's watch some more. You'll see what I'm saying.
In the coming months, we will work on second phase to finalize the remaining agreement to raise them to $1 trillion.
That was easy. And it wasn't just about business deals at this business.
It's so easy, guys. It's just so easy to get $1 trillion, right? Just so easy. This is the article from Bloomberg back last month. Saudi Crown Prince MBS $100 billion foreign investment quest falters. Okay, that's well short of $1 trillion. I want to make sure that's clear. This is well short of $1 trillion. He's got this $100 billion thing that they're going towards. They want to get $100 billion by 2030. That is well short of $1 trillion. I want to make sure that's clear. And according to this, maybe they have $1 billion in cash, maybe $5.4 billion in cash. This is their wealth fund over there. This one says maybe they got $15 billion in cash, but they don't have $1 trillion. And to be fair to them, it says they do control assets of about $900 billion. Okay, but that's still not $1 trillion. And that means, are you going to sell all of your other assets to go all in on this Elon Musk robot? Is that what's going to happen? And then on top of that, you got people like Trump who are pushing this, quote, new technology that is just so awesome, but he doesn't know a thing about it. Listen to Trump talk about crypto, the thing that he's been pushing.
President, an Emirati government that did a $2 billion deal. An Emirati government that did a $2 billion deal using the Trump digital coins.
So he's talking about there's this deal made. It was a couple $1 billion. They're using your Trump digital, coins. What do you think about it?
How did that deal come about?
I don't know anything about it. I really don't know anything about it, but I'm a big crypto fan, I will tell you. I've been there from the beginning, right from the campaign. I'm a believer in crypto, and if we're not going to do it, China's going to do it. It's the way I look at it. It's like AI. I'm a believer in AI because we have to have it. We're leading China by a lot. And in crypto, we're leading China by a lot. So I'm a big crypto fan.
So these are the people who are pushing Elon Musk, Tesla, robots, AI, crypto. Basically what it is. They're not using scientists, right? They're not using engineers. They're not using people who are knowledgeable. What they're using are politicians and finance people are all in it just to make money off this scam. And this is a big problem because this is essentially the main story in the markets right now. And how long can this bubble / scam work? Plus you have Trump who literally just says, I don't know much about it, but I like it. Because people are giving him money, right? Sure. Qatar is giving Trump the $400 million plane. Listen to this.
Well, first, quickly, Qatar. I trust Qatar like I trust a rest stop bathroom. If they want to be friendly, I want to be friendly back. But with those guys, trust in God, but tie up your camel.
I have to admit, that was a pretty funny line, right? With these guys, trust your God, but tie up your camel. And I trust them like a rest stop bathroom. And I want to make it clear, guys, I'm just here just to tell you the truth on this stuff. And I understand if you watch other YouTube channels, they're all about hyping Elon Musk and how awesome the future is going to be. And I just want you just to put on your critical thinking caps and to say, okay, do you really think we're all going to buy 5 humanoid robots? And I think that's a legitimate question. And if you say, oh yeah, I'm totally going to buy 5 humanoid robots. Well, here's another question. What if they end up costing $30,000 to $100,000, something in that range? I'll tell you, Boston Dynamics, their robots are around $100K right now. Musk has promised you $30K robots, but I doubt they're going to come in that cheap. And on top of that, like, do you own 5 cars? And not just your situation. Do you think everyone around the world, everyone in the developing world, right, who maybe only make anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a year, do you think they're going to be able to afford 5 humanoid robots? Like, how many people can out there who can't even afford to buy a house these days buy 5 robots to put in, I guess, the house that they don't have? I mean, the whole thing is a massive bubble. And then you got this where, Saudi Arabia, again, they're trying to expand their economy. They're getting into FIFA now. And unfortunately, workers are getting hurt. You can see this here. 2034 World Cup, FIFA accused of utter negligence towards migrant workers in Saudi Arabia. That's what's going on. And Trump's like, well, I got to take that jet. It's $400 million. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I was almost 40 years old. And when you land and you see Saudi Arabia and you see UAE and you see Qatar and you see all these, and they have these brand new Boeing 747s mostly, and you see ours next to it, this is like a totally different plane. It's much smaller. It's much less impressive as it is.
We got to get a big plane, guys. It's so impressive. And then this is the deal that they're promoting today that I guess Qatar Airways signs up to 210 Boeing jets during Trump visit. Who knows? I saw different numbers on this one. One article said 140, another one said 160. This one's the latest one. Now it's 210 Boeing jets. I think this kind of stuff is the same as MBS saying, hey, we're just going to give you $1 trillion. And remember, that was before they said 600 billion. And Trump's like, I need you to say $1 trillion. It's like, because $1 trillion sounds better for TV. This is all a TV show, a reality show. And remember, Trump is really good at making reality TV. He was a TV star in The Apprentice. And if you're curious, because people who like Trump must have said, well, Chris, you're so dumb. Trump's a good business person. Well, here's the truth. When The Apprentice was looking for a CEO to make a TV show with, all the good CEOs are busy. They were busy. And who was available? Donald Trump. And so he became a big TV star. Some of the people in the GOP, Republicans, are calling out. They're saying, yo, what are you doing taking a jet? This is a gift. This is illegal. And I called this stuff out before because Trump back in January talked about the Stargate investment thing. Even Elon Musk said it was a scam. Basically, this was this whole AI data center with OpenAI and with SoftBank. It just turned out, I just showed you guys this before, but I'll show it to you again a couple days ago. SoftBank has yet to give any of that money. And a lot, again, this is smoke and mirrors. They make the pledges, they have the horses, right? They bring out this great grand show of like how awesome we're all going to be rich from AI, crypto, robots, etc. But when time comes to cough up the money, it's bupkis. And so this is sort of where you got to call this stuff out, and it all is a scam, because what's going to happen is that Trump's going to have his tariffs. He's going to do whatever private deals he's going to make, and they're going to try to put it into the sovereign wealth fund. They're going to clean and launder that money, and then they're going to throw it into whatever Elon Musk companies, etc. I keep mentioning this stuff because people don't talk about the sovereign wealth fund enough. And again, I pose this question to you. This all relates back to, do you believe that this is the future or not? I'll give you another video. So this was an older one with Kim Kardashian, because Tesla, to be fair to them, they're really good at capturing, this sort of social media influencer world, because that's where we are right now. What does Kim Kardashian say about the Optimus robot?
Okay, hi. Can you do this? I love you. You know how to do that? Okay. What should we do? Go running. Let's go for a run. Do you know how to do? Oh, you are Hawaiian.
So I guess we're all going to want 5. Kim Kardashian's on board. She's taking pictures with the Cybertruck, right? Guys, this is a representative of our bubble market, right? This whole Kim Kardashian social influencer. Wow, she's pretty. She must know money. She's rich too. She must be really smart. We should listen to her. And this just came out today on CNBC. Nick Jonas says this is the #1 thing he considers before investing in a company. So now we're taking advice from the pop singer Nick Jonas. For real, that was on CNBC, because, in this world, you got to appeal to the, are we in Gen Z right now? The young kids. And like, oh, well, Kim Kardashian likes Tesla and Optimus, and Nick Jonas wants to invest in cool stuff too. So should you. But I want to point this stuff out, guys. And I know it's not fun to talk about reality. I know it's not fun. You want to live in the fantasy. I get it. But this is probably what's going on with the Optimus stuff right now, is you got someone behind the scenes doing the teleoperation. And they tried to pull this scam before, back in December of last year. You can see here, Tesla aims to launch robotaxi with teleoperator backup, right? That's according to Deutsche Bank. Or you had this, Tesla is building an AI teleoperation team. Again, that was back in 2024. Teleoperation, again, is basically puppets. Tesla confirms incredible Optimus hand demo was teleoperated. And so this whole dancing thing that they just showed today, in my opinion, I think there's a very, very high chance it's teleoperated. You can ask Tesla and Elon Musk on that, and we'll see if they give you the truth. But they have a history of, misportraying their tech, be it with their full self-driving, be it with their mission to Mars stuff. And remember, he all wants you to buy 5 robots. And I want you to see what Elon Musk is tweeting out from his buddy. This is Teslanomics. He retweeted this just a few hours ago. Teslanomics says, retweeted by Elon Musk, it's hard to imagine a person not wanting his/her own personal humanoid robot. And there are over 8 billion people on Earth today. So see, we're going to sell billions of robots, because I guess we're all going to have one, right? Everyone in the developing world is going to be able to afford a $30,000 to $100,000 robot, right? It's also hard to imagine a business not wanting to own its humanoid robot doing useful things. And there are over 360 million businesses on Earth today. Oh my God, we're going to sell so many robots. This is what Elon means when he says Optimus is going to be 10 times bigger, the next biggest project. If you are a Tesla investor, each share you own is never expiring call option into the future. This is what a bubble looks like, guys. And this is what Elon Musk does when he's at parties. This is actual footage of Elon. There's Karen Levitt. he's like tripping out on whatever he's taking. He takes all sorts of substances. There's been all sorts of reports on that. And he just hangs around and plays with spoons. Like he's just like tripping out. I mean, and you guys can see it. And the Secret Service person's like, okay, what's going on here? I have to watch this guy. and there's Trump right there. And they're just like, okay, that's Elon. And Trump has said oftentimes that Elon's kind of a strange guy, but you can see it. And again, it all goes back to, do you think this Optimus robot is real? Now, I want to show you guys this. They're not even the leader, and that's Elon Musk and Tesla in robotics. This is a Boston Dynamics. I'm not against robots at all, guys. I'm not. I think robots can be very useful. Robots serve a function, but they don't necessarily have to be humanoid. And I'm showing you this. This just came out just a few hours ago from Boston Dynamics. It's a robotic arm. And it looks like they got suction cup kind of technologies or whatever. And yes, in factories and stuff like that, these are very useful designs, 100%. I can see it myself. And it's just something that if you know, Elon's factories and stuff like that had a bunch of human robots running the whole thing, like 1,000 of these things, or, you know, for example, if they had more useful form factors, say this is the dog one from the Boston Dynamics, like, or put wheels on your robot, whatever, it would be more believable. But they're so far behind. I'm talking about Tesla here. Now, this is Boston Dynamics again. I'm just showing you guys some comparisons because people always talk about how awesome, you know, Elon and Tesla is, but like, have you seen what Boston Dynamics robot can do? You know, this thing seems like a lot further ahead than Tesla. You know, I would say they're at least a decade ahead. On top of that, you also have Chinese competitors like this, right? You guys can see it for yourself. And, you know, this is effectively the world that we're in right now. Do you believe Elon Musk and Tesla? Do you think that they are promoting the future? And if that is indeed the future, do you think they're going to be the leader? And I'm just showing you some other companies. This is a Unitree. I believe this is a Chinese company. And you can see how far ahead they are of Tesla. So that's my thought on this subject. I want to hear yours. And I'll catch you all in the next video.